Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to continue chapter number 8 motion of class 9 physics. So before starting I would like to tell that if you are new to my channel then please subscribe, and if you like this video hit the like button, and plus if you want to share your ideas, or if you want something new, if you want explanation on a topic, then you can share your thoughts in form of comments. And also I have provided the link in the description that if you want you can send me an email on my email address. So now let's continue motion. So first of all we are going to study what is uniform motion. There are two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform. The other types we are going to study further, but for right now we are going to study that there are two types of motion, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So basically what uniform motion is, that when a body means let's consider a body here and it is covering a distance, equal distance in equal time. A body is covering equal distance in equal time, then it is in uniform motion. See here, a body is here, it is covering 10 meter equal distance in 5 seconds equal time, then the body will be in uniform motion. And the second type is non-uniform motion, that when a body covers equal distance, the distance is equal 20 meter 20 meter, but the time is unequal, here 5 seconds, here 10 seconds. So if a body covers equal distance in equal time, then it is uniform motion, and if a body covers equal distance in unequal time, then the body is in non-uniform motion. Repeat, when a body covers equal distance in equal time, then it is uniform motion, and if a body covers unequal distance in equal time. No, see, people get confused in this, that unequal distance in equal time or unequal distance in unequal time. Only non-uniform motion definition will only work in equal distance and non-equal time. The time is not equal and the distance is equal. If you write something else, that distance is not equal and the time is equal, then it would be wrong. So the definition will be, when a body covers equal distance in unequal time, then it is non-uniform motion. So here types of motion is over. Now we are going to see what is I told what is velocity, but there are two types of velocities, and they are final velocity and initial velocity. So what is final velocity? Let's consider an object here. The object is moving from A to B. First the object is rest at A. It is at rest, means it is not in motion, it is not moving. So automatically when an object is at rest at the starting point, the initial velocity, see, the starting point is called initial velocity, and the body, from where the body starts, is called initial velocity, and from where the body ends is called final velocity. So here are written final velocity and initial velocity. So now if the body is at rest and is starting from a point, then automatically the initial velocity will be 0, because the body is at rest. So now moving forward, final velocity, see here, the body is here at 0, means initial velocity is 0, and then it goes to 90. So the final velocity will be 90. But if the body is at rest at 0 and then goes to 90 and then again come back to here at the starting point 0, then the final velocity will be 0. Because here body is going, the distance is 90 meter, and the body does not know how much distance it is going to cover further. So it will be marked as the given point final velocity. but here the body has came back from where it started, and now it is again at rest. So the final velocity will also be 0. Let's see, if I am walking from my home to a temple and the temple is at 10-meter distance away. I am going from my home. So my home is initial velocity, and the initial velocity will be 0 because I am currently at my home and then I am going to temple. And then again temple's distance is 10 meters, so the final velocity will be 10 meter. But if I am coming back also, I am going to temple and then I am coming back at my home, then my final velocity will be 0 because I started from 0, my home, and then I came back to my home 0. So the final velocity will be 0. When a body comes back at the point where it started, then the final velocity will be 0. So now I hope you understood what is final velocity and initial velocity. I already told that what is acceleration, what is distance, and what is time. So now moving forward, there are some equations in this chapter which we will get used. So first is V is equal to ut plus at. Sorry, u plus at. It's not ut. V is equal to u plus at. See here, V is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, t is time, and here s is equals to distance. So these are the names given to this in short form for formula. So now there are three main formulas of motion. Whenever you have to find motion, you can apply these formulas, or whenever you have to find any of these things, these five things are there in question, and you have to find any one of them and another four are given, then you can use these two formulas because distance is not given in this one. And if you have to find acceleration, time, initial velocity or final velocity, any one of these from the four, then you can use the first formula. So the first formula is for V, U, T and A, and the another two formula are for all five. So I hope you understood what I am talking about. So the first formula is V is equal to U plus AT, means final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. So second formula is distance is equal to initial velocity into time plus 1 upon 2 acceleration into time square. And the third formula is 2 into acceleration into distance is equals to final velocity square minus initial velocity square. So I hope you understood what the three main types of motions are. Then moving forward, if we have to find acceleration is not given in question and you are given that you have to find acceleration, then the formula is A is equals to V minus U upon T. And if you have to find average velocity, that is U plus V upon 2. Average speed, if you have to find average speed, if you have to find only speed, then the formula will be distance upon time. And if you have to find average speed, then the formula will be total distance upon total time. And the formula to find velocity is displacement upon time. So I hope you understood today's topics. If you have any query or if you have any suggestion, you can reach me out at my email address or you can provide comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more and goodbye.